Richard Belzer, stand-up comic and TV detective, dies at 78. Richard Belzer, the longtime stand-up comedian who became one of TV's most indelible detectives as John Munch in Homicide, Life on the Street, and Law & Order SUV, has died. He was 78. Belzer died Sunday at his home in Belzer in southern France, his longtime friend Bill Sheff told The Hollywood Reporter. Comedian Lorraine Newman first announced his death on Twitter. The actor Henry Winkler, Belzer's cousin, wrote, "Rest in peace, Richard." For more than 2 decades and across 10 series, even including appearances on 30 Rock and Arrested Development, Belzer played the wisecracking, acerbic homicide detective prone to conspiracy theories. Belzer first played Munch on a 1993 episode of Homicide and last played him in 2016 on Law & Order SUV. Richard J. Belzer was born on August 4, 1994, and he was an American actor, stand-up comedian, and author. He was best known for his role as VPD Detective, NYPD Detective Sergeant, and DA Investigator John Munch, whom he portrayed as a regular cast member on the NBC police drama series Homicide, Life on the Street, and Law & Order Special Victims Unit, as well as in guest appearances on several other series. He portrayed the character for 23 years, from 1993 until retiring in 2016. Belzer was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut on August 4, 1994 to a Jewish family. He described his mother as frequently physically abusive, and he declared that his comedy career began when trying to make his mother laugh to distract her from abusing him and his brother. After graduating from Fairfield Ward High School, Belzer worked as a reporter for Bridgeport Post. Belzer attended Dean College, which was then known as Dean Junior College in Franklin, Massachusetts, but was expelled. After his divorce, Belzer relocated to New York City, moved in with singer Shelley Ackerman, and began working as a stand-up comic at Pips, The Improv, and Catching a Rising Star. He participated in the Channel 1 comedy group that satired television and became the basis for the cult movie The Groove Tube, in which Belzer played the co-star of Airset's TV show The Dealers. Belzer was the audience warm-up comedian for Saturday Night Live and made 3 guest appearances on the show between 1975 and 1980. He also opened for musician Warren Zevon during his tour supporting the release of his album Excitable Boy. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Belzer became an occasional film actor. A short skit of a younger Richard Belzer can be found on Sesame Street in a season 9 episode in 1978 when 2 young men attempted a picnic and boat ride, only to be thwarted by a dog who eats their food. He's noted for small roles in Fame, Cafe Flesh, Night Shift, and Scarface. He appeared in the music video for the Mike Plus the Mechanics song Taken In and for the Pat Benatar song Le Bel H, as well as Kansas video Can't Cry Anymore. He appeared in a Very Brady sequel as an LAPD detective. In addition to his film career, Belzer was a featured player on the National Lampoon Radio Hour with co-stars John Belushi, Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Gilda Radner, and Harold Ramis. A half-hour comedy program aired on 600-plus U.S. stations from 1973 to 1975. Several of his sketches were released on National Lampoon albums, drawn from the Radio Hour, including several bits in which he portrayed a pithy call-in talk show host named Dick Ballantyne. In the late 1970s, he co-hosted Brink and Belzer on 660 AM WNBC Radio in New York City. He was a frequent guest on The Howard Stern Show. Following the departure of Randy Rhoads from Air America Radio, Belzer guest hosted the afternoon program on the network. Belzer was a regular guest on the right-wing radio show of Alex Jones and appeared on the episode covering the Boston Marathon bombing, in which he referred to the bombing as a false flag event. In the 1990s, Belzer appeared frequently on television. He was a regular on The Flash as a news anchor and reporter. In several episodes of Lewis and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, he played Inspector William Henderson. He followed that by starring in roles on the Baltimore-based Homicide, Life on the Street, and the New York City-based Law & Order Special Victims Unit, portraying police detective John Munch in both series. Barry Levinson, executive producer of Homicide, said Belzer was a lousy actor in audition when he read lines from the script Gone for Good, the first episode in the series. Levinson asked Belzer to take time to reread and practice the material, then read it again. At his second reading, Levinson said Belzer was still terrible, but that the actor eventually found confidence in his performance. In addition, Belzer played Munch in episodes on 7 other series and in a sketch on one talk show, making Munch the only fictional character to appear on 11 different television shows played by a single actor. These shows were on 6 different networks. Richard Belzer, stand-up comic and TV detective's last words before he died when asked if he had any final words. He replied, "Nothing. Only love one another."